28. We're going to try to get some insight on Dad. We got together to have a family picnic.
Otherwise, it'd have been more than one day.
Hi, Susie.
Hello.
They wouldn't have been.
There's Uncle Clay and John.
So just one? You could just get one bale.
Daniel hiding behind Dad.
No, the one you get more.
Yeah. Well, how high can that get for you? I mean, if you got a whole
300
barn full.
307 degrees they explode.
Yeah.
We hope to
They come apart. When they do, it'll raise the hay up in the mound, the hay drops, and you get a complete draft around it. And everything's on fire. It's because it's already became a...
Yeah, that is.
here's a picture of the home place where Dad grew up. And I'm about to turn facing what's commonly known as the Girl Scout Hill. And directly in front of us is Cincinnati Brookville Road, State Route 126. What used to be a field is now Brown's Farm Run Road. And there's new houses over in there. And this is part of the property here.
Where is it?
No, it's a false. I see Don seems little red light.
I can't see mine.
Camerized.
Keep both eyes open.
Camerizing, yeah.
I can't do that. Ah, seems like I used to do that when I was a child.
Yeah,
Now I know where I got that from. Oops, excuse me.
I don't have some sort of there. You know?
I think now we're looking at John Paul's new car. What is this? Isn't this a Dodge or something?
Prop rod. I'm glad they told me.
Isn't this a Dodge?
It's a Chevrolet. Somebody quick read.
Standing out at the highway, standing out here on 126, looking in. And then looking back around, back over to the Girl Scout Hill.
Ready. Was this door ever used for the front door?
I guess years ago.
Well, okay.
You know.
That was quick.
Okay, when there used to be, when I was real little, there was a hitching rack out here for people when they drove horses.
So the driveway came straight up instead of this little curve?
No, there was a curve. You come around, there was a building there, right there between the house and the thing where they kept the, as I understand it was a wood shed and a buggy shed. That old cobblestone walk went out to the door. Do you know what that cobblestone walk was?
To the buggy shed.
Yeah, okay. That was tore down when I was real little or something. They got an automobile. First automobile they got, was a touring car. As I understand, it was a 1919 model. That's when Ross Auto Sales sold Chevrolets yet.
Yep.
Okay. Don't pick on me, Donna Sue. Anyhow, that it was a woodshed, and also the car would go in there.
So mainly then the porch was used for the front entrance, or the main entrance.
Yeah.
Well, for people, yeah. For everyday people, either the porch or the back door. The porch wasn't closed in then. It had a railing and everything like that.
Yeah.
It,
There we go.
see, and the back door, the family, so to speak, used to, I always went in the back door because there's a kitchen.
Uh-huh.
See, and that building wasn't there, see.
Well,
This garage here wasn't there?
No,
Yeah.
no, I put that there.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
I thought that was as old as the house. The house is when?
No,
1860?
1850.
1850.
46 or 7, 1846 or 47. That was down in Venice, that house down there, and I tore it down
Yeah.
and brought it up here for garage. Cut the top down. It was real high in top for hay and stuff.
Uh-huh. Now, why aren't there any windows on the side? I noticed on the other side there wasn't any windows either on the main part of the building. That wasn't
just
for any
build 'em
particular
like that.
reason.
Just build them like that.
How you doing,
I
fella?
build 'em.
What in the world is this?
Ooga.
So we didn't beat them, Ben. We stomped them.
We whipped them.
Whipped them bad.
We won.
He's enthusiastic, isn't he?
Fire up, man. We won.
26, 16.
What's that? What'd they do? Set loose a cat among them or something?
That's the second Mr. Young, the one that steals Bush Hog.
Well, the other side over there, a lot of it didn't have any trees on it.
I got pictures
That
of them.
alfalfa field.
Yeah, no pictures of no trees on there.
That's this whole hill right there?
Yeah. I got so much of it. Steve's alfalfa field.
Right.
And there was the twin brothers lived over there. Is that right? Who was it? Stanley
Sis-
and Manley?
No,
No, they didn't.
no, they never lived. They were,
Hey, food left?
their father
Hi,
was
Jennifer.
Richard Brown.
Hi, Ben.
He's the one that built Riverview.
How you doing?
When he was an auditor. I found a card up there that's in bad shape, but it's Richard Brown, auditor.
Yeah, he was the auditor, yeah.
Okay. And
It wasn't politicians at all.
yeah,
Well, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
well, anyhow, he went to after his wife, I understand, is from Indiana, and she always wanted to go back there. Well, after he got out of politics here, somebody said he stole enough money that he went back to Indianapolis, started a photography studio. And
Some of your friends, evidently, Dan.
that way everybody would think he was gainfully employed and wouldn't think he was perfect. Okay, well, I guess at one time he had, or they had Stanley and Manley was in there. And that one, that Lindy went to, he run that, he was really fancy. He went all over taking pictures of things from government, like presidential meetings and all that stuff. The Life magazine, and I don't know what else. He had a line of wouldn't quit. Don't do that, Donna Sue. I'm going to say something I shouldn't.
Now, Cincinnati Brookville was a main road,
It was a toll road.
a toll road.
Well, to
And
start
you
with,
lived
wasn't
on
no
it.
road at all.
Yeah.
The road come out of Venice, went around the bottom.
Went around to the bottom.
Which is where the dugout road comes from.
God, I thought mine was strong. Just ground back in here. And they worked because they had political affiliation. They got water to come up over the hill and up over that hill. When it would have been better if it went
Yeah, it wouldn't be. See, the way the road was for horse and wagons, you left Venice and went to Shannon, you never had to go up a hill. It was level all the way around.
Yeah, where the atomic plant is now, and then out past Liza Francis, come in about where Ray Scott's or
We were
Weavers.
supposed to be at Patty's Pond for him.
Yeah.
How did you not ever have to go up a hill?
That's labeled.
He's trying to take it out.
It is?
Somehow, I don't know how.
You go around the hill.
So because they didn't have any outlet to their properties, they was whole, I don't know how many
Doesn't seem like you could do that.
He gripped it, started drinking it. Lane pulled it out.
in a log cabin.
Thanks for saving me some of the hydrate.
And who built that? Was it Daniel or?
No,
William.
When Daniel was about 16 or 17 years old, William
Built.
Took another drink and looked at
Now
us.
William was one of the boys that came in off the boat. Right? His mom,
No, he came from.
Hi, guys.
his mother, yeah.
He came from. He was born in Virginia. Actually, it's West Virginia.
It would have been
Berkeley County, Virginia.
It was Virginia then.
Yeah.
Berkeley County, Virginia. I mean, way back in what? About 1800 or something. I got his obituary or something.
right. And there were two brothers, the mother and the two sons.
No, there was three of them.
No. His father or something was killed or something
On the way here.
on the way here, I think.
Yeah.
And then I don't know just where they settled. That old lady, I think, was pretty rough. Daniel and like Walter and them others.
Yeah.
Donna Sue, you're a painter.
Yes, I am. That's what Sam says.
Anyhow, Sam's right for one time. I heard the story. I don't know if it's true or not today. Somebody that had scarlet fever took in rags and stuff for her to weave, and that the kids got scarlet fever. Several of them died. She must have a lot of kids or something. Daniel was pretty much toward those. And then there
Now
was
this was William's son.
William's son. Okay. And then, there was Harry Brown, and I got that thing up there I found from Ollie Andrews that might kind of straighten it out maybe to you guys, maybe to me, or I'm not even straight on it actually. But there was a lot of Browns. Walter Brown was a doctor, and
I remember when he died.
then there was that Aunt Dusty, was Ollie Andrews. Her husband was the one that published it. His name was Demmer too. See, when you get way back, you find out that people, there was a lot of cousins, so to speak, married. Cousins,
Back and forth, yeah.
Back and forth.
I guess there wouldn't be a whole lot of families that.
No.
You're lucky.
And I remember her. Now, I don't remember that Demmer published the paper. He was, but Walter Brown, the old doctor, and her lived together down in Venice, where the store used to be there, where the post office, like everybody, where the post office was.
Yeah.
There was a building there, and they lived there. Then, after she died, then he went and lived in the hospital. He lived to be about 98 years old or something. And he never married. He had a doctor's office in Hamilton on Main Street. They always said the house was just like this, except it was left-handed.
Oh yeah.
The door was on the other side. Now, I don't know. It's just stories we hear. He would come here once in a while when I was little.
So you remember him?
I remember him. He had a beard, a real short beard.
He died in 42, didn't he?
Well, now I know where I get my shortness from.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't remember when he
I've seen something that I connect him with. Maybe it wasn't.
I
that.
would say maybe.
No, it was before that.
Maybe. It was about in 42, maybe. So,
It's funny, look at Dad's face and hear Uncle Clay's voice.
Yeah.
His mouth isn't even moving, yes.
but how many of them, the other ones, that there was oh boy, them no piano, and you know, Homer and Horace Brown, they're dead. Now, what his name is, I don't remember. Perry Brown, maybe. And
Perry?
Perry Brown. And John A. Butterfield's wife in Okeana was one of them, I think, Jean Brown. And
What the hell, the one froze to death out there, the last one?
that was Jerry.
Jerry.
That would have been a nephew. His dad would have been one of Daniel Brown. He must have been Perry Brown's son. It seemed like one of them went to out by Stylesville, but I can't think of his name right offhand. You know, on the other side of Indianapolis.
When did Daniel die?
About 1909 or something, right? No.
Wait a minute. I can tell you, Mom was 16, wasn't she? 15. She was born in 92. Yeah, about 8. He died.
No, I don't know.
The old man died.
I might have.
William died in, Mom was about less than a year old when William died.
Now, it looks like it's only about 90 miles from Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I don't know.
And see, the thing of it is, Mom would not talk about people that was married twice.
No.
So, but judging by the tombstones and so forth, like her granddad, his wife may have died and he may have married somebody else.
Which would have been William.
Yeah, William. Could have, I don't know what he did, but that's why Mom never talked about it.
Yeah.
Like, now if he had married again before he died, that's why Mom just avoided him. See?
I saw a piece of something in a clipping out of paper or something when he died. And he was a short fellow, but he was powerful. He held, I don't know whether it was weightlifting or broad jump records, and I don't know what all. And it gave the dimensions of his calves, his legs, and I don't know what all. And that son of a bitch was a bull. That's all. That's all you could say about it. Must have been. Because, now that picture that we've got up there, I don't know whether that is, I guess that's her grandfather that was holding her.
Yeah, sitting on his leg, yeah.
Okay.
And he hated babies.
Yeah, when she was a baby.
She was a baby, they made him take, in the front room here, take a picture, sitting in the Morris chair.
Mm-hmm.
In a damn rocking chair.
Yeah, holding Mom on his knee, and he's holding her way out.
He had a head of hair, looked like a billy goat.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got that rocking chair up there someplace yet. I think it's out there in the shed.
Do you really?
It needs a seat in it, I think, or something. It had that stuff, you know. Evidently, and somebody put boards or something on in place of it. But it's that same damn rocking chair. Got them arms like that and everything. And his back is all right. Well, if you leaned against it, it'd probably break. You know, that stuff gets...
How many children did Daniel have?
One.
Just
that we know of.
Elba, yeah.
But he was gone from here, I would say, one time, no? Wasn't he?
For a long time.
And he left. That one, I showed you that stuff, didn't I? That I had up there about, that he was pissed off about that one. He was the one that went out and bought that land for his father, Daniel was, when he was real young. And that's where the old revolver come from. They gave him that revolver, and some doctor went out there that he knew, old Bill Brown, and he fired up. I had a stick shift without running that. It was. Anyhow, and they sent him out there. He bought, I guess it was 600 or 1,000 acres out on the other side of Indianapolis, Stylesville, in the area. As it's $1 an acre or something. See, he took a horse and went through the woods, as I understand, when he was about 16, 17 years old. He went out there. And then that one went out there to that. I don't know which one anymore. But it told about he left horses and stuff here, and Daniel had to take care of them while he was out. I don't know how long out there, I guess farming or something. And but I don't know which one it was. I don't know the names.
Anyway, then we got records of when Daniel Brown returned to his father's house.
Yeah.
He brought wheat sacks and all kind of stuff
He
with
brought
him.
furniture.
Which would have been in this house here?
Yeah, furniture and bedding, and that was before they were married. See, he was old when he got married. God damn, he must have been 60 years old when he got married.
Oh, no kidding. When he married Mary Krause.
No, married Lydia Demmer.
Oh, Lydia. Yeah, I always get that confused.
Okay. And I figured by the wheat sacks, that's how much comes from the area. Raised wheat, okay? And I also found up there, and I think I showed it to you in a letter or something, where he had the address of the land office. See, the country was getting settled up back in those days.
Yeah.
And he had an address of the land office at Mankato, Minnesota.
Yeah.
And he had the names of the 2 counties in Minnesota that had good land. So that leads me to believe that he went to Minnesota one time in his life. I just a wild hunch, see.
Yeah.
Now, how long he was gone from here, I don't know. Could have been 20 years. When he came back, well, I'd say when he went away, he didn't have anything. And when he came back, I'd say he was pretty damn well healed up financially. Wouldn't you, Don, from what he, in other words, someplace along the line, he acquired some money somehow.
So
now, he didn't work for somebody, or he wouldn't have had furniture and bedding and all that. In other words, he had a home. Now, if he was married to somebody up there and she died or something like that, see, they might have come back then.
You never know.
You never know.
we don't have any way to find that out.
Not at the present time, the guy don't.
Yeah.
Whether you ever find the records. See, in that number of years, that would be 100 years, I guess, or more.
Yeah.
Ago. And that's pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
Because all living witnesses is gone. I mean, you might go to cemeteries and stuff.
And find stuff.
But you don't know where to go. See, that's the trouble. I've been going through that stuff as I get a chance to try to find out, if I can, anything that would be beneficial, you know, knowledge-wise.
How old was Lydia when he married her?
She must have been 45 years old, wasn't
She was awful little mama, but
she? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember her. She died when I was 6 years old.
yeah, but see, he died of old age
And she
when
was-
Mom was 14.
Yeah, and she was 76 then. That would have been 1926, maybe, or sometime like that. I think I started school in 25. It would have been 26, and she died then. And so she was much younger than him, that's for sure.
And she hadn't been married before.
No, she had not that we know of. Not that I ever heard.
Would that could a woman? I know men did it a lot. Could a woman have had children and her husband die and then remarry?
No,
in that time,
I
would that have
don't
been
think so.
accepted?
You'd have heard of it. But see, her sisters was still living. There was one lived down in Aurora,
Well, see, these over here
Mrs.
have
Flanagan.
what mine with.
Yeah. Eliza Flanagan.
They're a different kind of
She lived with her daughter on the other side of Aurora. Her husband was a timber buyer and he was dead. And then there was one lived up in, I showed you that place on that map, Advance, Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay. How when I was little, she lived with her son too. Her husband was dead. But her son was old to me, because he was older than Grandma and all them, see. And I know that I was up there. And how in the hell would anybody, that the old man ever had an automobile? That's better than 100 miles. That's 120 miles from here. It's on the other side of Indianapolis. And I remember that son of a bitch had hog houses, Around here, people had 4 or 5 hog houses. They was in the hog business pretty good. That same bitch around the woods, there was a hog house that stretched for half a mile. And he had thrashing outfits. He had 2 steam thrashing outfits. That was the damnedest place I was ever in. Now, I know I didn't dream it.
Well, see, back then, if you made a 100-mile trip in an automobile, that was quite a thing.
We never had no automobiles. He'd had borrowed one or something. The only thing sometimes, Browns down here, he would drive their car. See, because they had a Hudson, a 7-passenger Hudson. And sometimes if they wanted to go any place or something, he would drive their car. And I had to ride on in little seats that pulled out of the back of the front seat.
There we go.
There was 2 of them, one on each side. And Opal Graham was older than me, but she had to ride on the other ones. You see, and then there was Miss Agnes and Miss Ora and Miss Lulu.
When did cars start showing up around here?
Oh, I don't know. We had a 1919 Chevrolet. And I was born in 1919.
But generally speaking, the general public didn't have cars then.
A lot of people didn't have cars then, no. They had that shit. Grandma and Granddad, the first car they ever had was what, a 23 Chevrolet. Ralph had a 23 Chevrolet. But
Well, cars never got popular, really.
no.
In the 30s, yet they wasn't. Along 36, 37, they started getting more cars, I'd say.
When I was little, there was a hell of a lot of horses on the road. You know, horses and buggies, horses and carts. Grandma, bye, dude. Grandma Eschenbrenner come down here, her and the old man had a route in town to peddle eggs and milk and anything they had, potatoes and apples. And so they used to have an orchard down there and everything, and made cider and everything. And she'd come down here with a horse and buggy, and then they'd go to town. See, they had customers in town. And so one time, Mom didn't get her tax bill. Now this is the oddest thing that I ever went in. I told him,
You got your days screwed up, dude.
catch it right in. We're talking about the Browns now. And I went, she got on part of it. This is divided up, that field over there, Grandma Brown's. And that was Daniel Brown's, you know. But it was never put over Mom's name. Okay? 24 and a half acres or something like that in it, on the deed, more or less, you know. Whittled off, never surveyed, you know. Okay, so if you get a tax bill, I went up there and the hell, recorder, no, treasurer's office, in the courthouse there, you know, one day after work, because she wanted to vote. And this guy, young fella, I told him what I wanted. Said, Mom never got her damn tax bill. And I said, what's her name? And I said, her name is Eschenbrenner, but I said it'd be in her father's name, Daniel Brown. He said, okay, and he whipped open the book. Daniel Brown, 24 and a half acres, see? And I happened to look up the top, Fairfield Township. I said, that ain't right, that's Fairfield Township. By God, he said it is, that ain't right. You want Ross Township.
By the end of the week, I'm sitting in the boat on his rod.
If I'd have got the address. Now, that was a funny thing to me, that there would be somebody named Daniel Brown. Because I never heard nobody in Fairfield Township named Daniel Brown. And one time...
And have 24 and a half acres. Huh?
One time, I knew just about...
Yeah. He used to do that when he worked.
Oh, now this is hard for you to comprehend, but one time I knew just about all the people in Fairfield Township because of going to school and kids that you bummed with and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And you hanged around with different kids, and I knew everybody that went down the goddamn road. Everybody that worked in Hamlin, that went worked in Hamlin, and anybody else. No.
Well, hell, I went to Ross, but I guess I knew probably even when I was a kid yet, I knew 2/3 of the people in the top 2 or 3 grades at Fairfield High School.
When I graduated from Ross School, it was in Morgan Township. Okay. There was what, 17 kids in my grade.
How many's around now?
I don't know when Mike graduated. It was what, 210 or something.
Yeah.
That's 20-some years ago.
There was only about 200 when I graduated.
200 when you graduated.
Gee, there's 40 when I graduated.
How many's still around?
Okay. Now right out there.
We lost a bunch of them about, in the last 2 years we've lost a bunch. We lost 5 or 6 of them.
I don't know how many. All the boys in my class are dead except me and one other. I mean, he might be. I don't know. People used to get stuck right out there on the road. There was a sappy spot when it was gravel. Okay. Right about where that car is now. And they would come in and borrow shovels, old sacks if you had any. They'd borrow oil, water, gasoline, because them old cars would boil dry and run out of gas and run out of oil.
Yeah.
Trying to get them out. And planks. If they couldn't get out, then you'd hitch your horse up and go pull them out.
When were horses, when did they fade out pretty much?
World War II.
Did they, now, they were used in World War II though, right? For the Army?
Oh, well, yeah, the Army used horses.
Yeah.
But, I mean, work horses, I'd say people got rid of their work horses basically during, or right after the war.
The horses on the road is for traveling on the road. It must have been, I was a little kid, I think, up at Granddad's. Dick Wilmer made, the reason I remember it, Dick Wilmer hauled a mail with the horse and wagon.
Bad weather.
All right. When he retired, Grandma Eschenbrenner made a big pot of coffee and coffee cake and stuff, and her and Granddad walked down. I was a little kid, I went with him for his last trip. Grandma gave him a cup of coffee and a big piece of coffee cake. All right. And the next day was Couchman. I think wasn't his name Couchman? Something like that. With a brand new 33 Ford, or 34 or whatever. I think it was 33.
I don't know who took him over. I
Yeah,
don't
it was
know.
Couchman. He had a Ford automobile.
Yeah.
So that was the last. Dick Wilmer's one of the last ones went up and down Ross Morgan Road with a horse.
Was mail delivered every day?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Grandma would want to send something down to Mom, like she'd send her a card, and Dick just was coming on this way. He'd just take his pencil and mark across the stamp. That's how he canceled it.
Yeah.
I guess if she hadn't had a stamp or a card, he'd have stopped and told her anyway. So,
Sure.
I mean, hell, if we had an exchange, telephone exchange at Shannon. Sue Jones worked there, and I don't know, Bacon run it, and I don't know who they all worked with. But if you called the doctor's office and needed a doctor, and if his wife didn't know where he was, that damn operator lots of times would cut in and tell you where he was.
She's listening in.
She knew where she would know from conversations where he was. She would tell you, if Helen said he was going so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, he went on calls, you know, made house
Yeah.
calls, and she didn't know where he was right at that time, and this woman would cut in and say, I think he's at so-and-so's house, you want to get a hold of him? She'd ring that place to get a hold of him, meet him in emergency.
So there was one where in Venice, you said, or
Shannon.
Shandon?
Shannon, oh, the telephone exchange, and that's still listed as the Shannon Exchange in a lot of things.
Yep.
A lot of things.
One of the first automated exchanges there was in the country.
I guess there was.
And then it was the last one to get upgraded to this new stuff.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that don't know anything else. They know what Shannon is. I mean, you can go a long ways from here now. I'll tell you.
The 736.
Yeah, the Shannon.
Shannon.
Oh, yeah. When did people start getting phones in their houses?
Oh, hell, they had phones. Mom and Grandma had a phone way, way back. What was it, old home phone or
Yeah,
something?
home phone.
Home phone.
They was on the wall and you turn them with a crank, you know.
Yeah.
Rung up. Well, Shannon was that way too when I was a kid, you know, you had phone on the wall.
So that was way before electricity was coming around then.
Yeah, that was before.
Electricity.
Yeah,
was getting.
yeah, electricity.
batteries.
Electricity. A lot of people had damn
Delco.
Delco's, and that was the most miserable goddamn thing that ever struck the world.
What was that?
Delco plant.
Hand crank engine with a generator on, charged batteries.
Yeah.
32 volt.
32 volt. Yeah, it was 32 volt system.
Lighting jars.
And
You
they
had big
was in
glass
glass
jars,
jars.
and the batteries hung in them.
And people didn't know how to take care of the batteries. And that engine started on gasoline, and it was one cylinder, and then started on kerosene, and it got carboned up, and the valve stuck. Most guys went back to the lantern and the light.
Pain in the ass.
And
I'm gonna pull that out. I haven't been watching them, I haven't been watching them. I've just been getting them on the mic.
Okay.
anyhow,
Because that's irritating.
that's,
Have a camera in your face.
yep.
So one thing I have a hard time, I take the dog out late at night. And it's hard for me to picture no electricity. And in the Army, I was on maneuvers where we didn't have any electricity anywhere. It's hard to picture like a house like this and farm and stuff. How could you guys, how could you know where I'm supposed to?
I'm going to tell you something.
You just went out and shot with a noise.
I'm sorry, we missed that. You did what?
Yeah.
You just went out and shot where the noise was.
Is that why we're filling up that holler down there?
No, but I tell you what, you can turn all the lights out. Now, if everybody didn't have any lights,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised how good your eyes are.
Yeah.
I think it's black as the ace of spades.
Now,
I
you
can
can turn all the lights
You
out.
had dogs that would tell you what was going on, always.
And you always kept your barnyard and everything cleaned out pretty well.
Yeah.
And you whitewashed the trees. Now, the last people I remember done this was Zimmerman's. The old Zimmerman's did that yet. You whitewashed the trees up this high. And if you heard a noise, and you listen to night birds, see, you can tell what's moving. Old Henry Mills can still do that and catch people walking at night. All right? But you had them trees whitewashed. You get in the house and you watch a tree was whitewashed. You see an object go past it, you know whether it was a horse or a cow or a man. Past that tree, I don't care how dark it got.
And that's why you do that.
That's why you did that.
You guys do that here?
I don't remember.
We never had that tree whitewashed. You bear one thing in mind, that this house has got bars on the cellar windows. Did you ever see that?
No.
Never
Why
noticed.
is that?
How the hell
I
do
think
I
they
know?
kept the guy that was in the basement checked track of the days on the stones.
They said it kept
Burglars out.
burglars out. The damn horse stable down there, there used to be a building on the end of the barn that was raised up. See that barn?
The big barn.
Big barn wasn't raised
I do
up.
remember the big barn.
Wasn't raised up on that concrete foundation.
Yeah.
It sat on the ground. There ought to be some pictures of that someplace.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people got them. I got a couple though.
I don't think I got any. Anyhow, and there was an old stable on the end of this. It went clear across the width of the barn and had it was wide enough to have an alley in front and cows and horses, and I think horses mostly. People didn't think much cows back in them days. Horses was the main thing, see. Anyhow, and I've got one of the bars at least up there. I know. Well, I use it for crowbar and stuff last night. Blacksmith made got a ring on the end about that big, and it's about that big around it is. And it was stuck through there, and I've got the block. Take a picture of that.
I'm turning.
Oh
here.
yeah, there is something on the other side of the house. I wouldn't.
And the other end of it was flat, and you punched up 2 holes in them beams, and you could let the horses, you couldn't get the horses out. You put that horse in the wall.
You mean they used to have to lock the horses up at night?
Yeah, sure. Horses was a big thing in the stove. You better believe it. The horse was that everything is circulated around the horse. If you got your horses stole, what would you do?
I got right down there in the garage in that one box.
I personally probably have to pull the plow myself. That's what.
That box down there in the garage, I got a bill where the old man bought a Fordson tractor. He
Traded horses off on it.
Traded horses off on it, didn't have to pay much money. Team of horses brought damn near as much as the tractor.
Wow.
The damn tractor probably brought, it was worth $600, and the damn team probably brought 5.
Yeah, Rumpke's.
Is that right?
Rumpke was a Ford
Rumpke,
dealer.
Bill Rumpke, the old guy that started the dump's brother, Lee Rumpke, was Ford salesman for Bosom.
But that wouldn't, if somebody's got their horse stolen, it'd pretty much be obvious, you know, who's walking around with a new horse or.
Well,
Yeah,
the guy
they-
might be going west.
Going west or something. Going through, they grab a horse and keep going.
Yeah, maybe their horse
Died,
claimed
crippled,
died,
wasn't
or
he?
they sold him to somebody for some money and went and stole another.
So therefore you understood why they wanted to hang horse thieves.
They did.
You better believe it.
You steal a man's horse, he just
That was right. It was worse than shooting.
Well, you want to get some more of the house before it
Yeah, the,
gets dark?
Take a picture of them damn bars on the window.
you can see the windows on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side.
Let's walk
on
over.
the other
Oh,
side. You can see
okay.
them.
Hell yes.
Ain't no way you can get them out for as I could ever
No,
see.
they was putting a stone when the house was
Damn.
built.
Yeah.
He put storm tags on.
Yeah, I put stone.
Can you get this, Pig?
Yeah, I got them right there.
Bars on the windows.
This is what they refer to as the west side of the house.
They're tougher than hell, too. See, they get that line, she would have been them down.
Yeah.
I tried to get them out, break them off. Yeah. See, I finally just got one little split on them and bend them. Hell,
Old blacksmith.
Talking about the bars on the windows.
There's Henry feet.
I thought the basement was divided. Isn't there like two cellars?
Yeah, the
One
front-
you get over from that side.
But no, they still work between them.
Oh, it's really that far in here.
The back. This is the back. The back cellar, and the front cellar is the two windows there.
Was there separate purposes, or was it just like having two rooms?
No, the front cellar, I think, is where they kept the meat and stuff. It's cold. I don't know why. It's dirt floor and it's
Dirt
cold.
floor. Yeah, it's got drain in it.
It's
It
cold.
goes out in the field here somewhere. Okay. Back cellar's concrete and everything.
Concrete.
And you were wrong, John. There is two windows there.
Well, that was my next question. Isn't that the attic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you have windows in the attic?
So you can see up there.
So you can see up there.
Like,
Light, so there'd be light in
Was it
there.
used a lot then?
Hell no, there wasn't no way to get up there. Mom said she cut the top out of that cupboard so she could get up there.
As it seems like
Oh,
a window would be quite a thing, you know, when in 1849 you said 47. So you're making an effort for something for a room that nobody uses.
Oh, these windows on the other side.
Yeah.
Right, it goes both
True.
ways.
Yeah.
And there's no way to get up there.
You just still covered.
Through the top of the
I
cover.
don't think you could get through.
No,
I
you're
don't
out.
think get through now. I don't think.
Huh.
It's too
Hey,
narrow.
hey,
There's nothing up there.
be nice.
I'll just be some old magazines and stuff up there.
Well, there ain't nothing up there now, only a bunch of old guns and shit.
Didn't want nobody to catch them.
Don't know how they got there. These things right here.
The lightning rod.
Lightning rods.
So there's a rod up at the top, or
Used to be. I ain't got no gun.
I bought some around the
You're
sale.
talking about the little thing sticking out there?
yeah, the little balls. What would they light up when the lightning hit, or?
No, they insulated away from the house.
Yeah, I don't know. It went down to a rod or something going the ground.
But was that a big thing? Lightning
Yeah.
hitting them?
Sure. Burned a lot of houses.
Or a house?
It knocked the roof off and exploded.
Yeah.
Oh, with the tin, you mean? Or-
No, with anything. It just,
Oh yeah.
Set fire in a fire.
see, used to, there wasn't no fire protection whatsoever. No.
No.
If you got fire, you was on your own. I mean, it was, nobody used to
We
come.
didn't have no water under pressure or anything.
Neighbors come maybe with a bucket.
I don't see too many houses burning down because of lightning.
No. But yet, when I was a little kid, it was a common thing.
Well, it's
A lot of
it-
barns too, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
A
Yes,
lot
sir.
of it could be now because these power lines and everything. And a lot of
Distribute that.
They detract from it, detract from the houses.
metal. Yeah. They say a barn full of wet hay will really draw the lightning.
Sure.
I bet you
Steam.
could get a charge.
And, yeah, it,
And a barn that ain't sitting on the ground, I believe. I'll tell you what else could have helped is furnaces. Keeps the house dry.
it might be. It might be.
Because a damp building would draw it.
Yeah.
It don't draw it. That's a misnomer.
It
Lightning comes.
Strikes up.
Lightning runs long up here in the sky. Lightning runs in the ground. When it gets to the highest point it can get, the arc occurs.
And they
What's
might
out
be
in this field? Wheat?
Wheat,
bearded wheat.
bearded wheat.
I don't think my wheat's ready yet.
That ain't. That's all sides of too if you look at it. See how it
Looks
works?
like he's got some Johnson grapes.
Oh yeah.
That's
Them
because all
wipers
this
ain't
weather,
good.
right? It's cold and everything.
I guess. You damn
We
fool.
really took use.
Is them wiper things pretty good, Junior? Them white outfits?
That's formerly the
Yeah,
woods.
that's what they use for around here.
I started making
Yes.
mine.
Hey, you can buy a brand new one for $260, pretty nice.
Yeah, but I was making one for like $20,
Oh.
and I didn't get quite enough of them things. Or something, and they never had any more of them.
What kind of wick you put?
Come up there sometime, I'll show you. I think I got plenty of that. I was gonna put it on the loader, and
I didn't
we,
form it.
we took her up there for a while, and then Betty's mother broke her hip, and she couldn't handle both of them.
Jesus Christ, that's a statement. That's a damn idiot.
Kind of running in circles, you know. So then Don brought her down here for about, what, 2 years? From there or something.
I guess so.
I don't think she ever got as bad as Betty's mother. Betty's mother really.
I tell you, well, the thing I can't understand, well, you can have that running, people might as well hear it, demerits. Betty's mom was a very kind woman.
Very ladylike.
Ladylike, kind, nice person. I liked her real well.
This is Mrs. Whitehead.
Mrs. Whitehill. Yes, sir.
Hill, White Hill.
No,
No,
White.
Betty's mother, she was Henrietta.
Henrietta. Okay. That was a very, very nice lady.
Yeah.
I liked her.
And when
She got an advanced age. That was the meanest, nastiest woman to
tried
Betty.
to
And to him,
she tried to stab Betty with a knife.
butcher knife.
Mhm.
Hell, tried to kill her with a goddamn club and everything. I mean,
And she
hell,
bet-
beat a goddamn kitchen door to death.
She punched a knot in a pea's door with something. She knocked it back off a chair, but I don't, them old chairs we used to have up there, I don't understand how you do that. Them was chairs, believe me. She had to back off one of them. And she tried to punch one of them glass out of that storm door with her cane. And listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I think that's bulletproof.
Yeah, she punched a great big dent in the steel piece door
Yeah.
and couldn't knock that glass out of that full-length door.
No, full-length doors.
She beat that
door.
son. That cane
It's
couldn't
got
let it.
glass, the glass is heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It holds the frame up. Boy, she tried to knock that out.
Well, now I'll tell you something. My mother, in her younger days,
It'd knock your goddamn head right
knock
off.
your head off, pull a gun on you, shoot at you. I mean me. I don't mean strangers.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, and goddamn, she'd go for the gun. I mean, you better beat it, or you get a bullet between your eyes, in the back of the head, or anything. Hit with a club, whatever. All right? When Mom got old, that was the most docile woman you ever seen in your
She
life.
sat and smiled.
Just sit and smile at Wilma and pat her on the back. Even when she couldn't talk no more. She'd pat Wilma on the arm and just grin at her.
All right,
And
now
I seen a time that when she patted me on the arm, it was going to get broke
you better breathe.
right shortly.
You better breathe.
Now,
You. Oh,
Right.
I know.
how
It's a
old?
wonder we ain't got tempers, Junior, like idiots.
Yeah, I wonder we ain't crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Wild.
But
Killed
boy,
somebody.
Mama just go, I mean, god damn, man.
She did.
How old was she when she got married?
Who, Mom?
20-something.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And
He was
Grandpa?
older than him.
Oh,
Yeah.
she was older than him.
He was what, 19, maybe she 24, then 18, she 23 or
Yeah,
something like that.
About 5 years different.
And I don't know a lot of things I would like to know that our mother didn't tell us exactly straight things, I don't believe, about the family. You'll agree with me. Which I hate to say, because I thought she was always telling me straight things. Okay. And since I found out that there could be discrepancy there. And now there's people that knows, but not many anymore.
Yeah.
Bernadine Inman. If Janet, if she would tell Janet and Janet would tell you.
Yeah, you'd know.
You'd know.
But Janet may not tell you.
But Janet might not tell you. She didn't want to.
Janet.
Yeah, your sister.
Oh, my sister.
She might not tell you.
If you guys are going to do anything in the house, you should do it while there's still some light.
Okay.
So,
I hear the hawk.
anyway, I believe that I would, when I was little, if I was with him, go in there to get the checks okayed so he could get them cashed or something, you know. See R.Q. Smith, 2 or 3 of them women in there. R.Q. Smith was a big wheel in there, and he always come out and open the door and put the old man in the back office. Buddy. He was all dressed up. The old man looked like a bum. Okay? And several of them women get up, boy, and come and carry on, and like this son of a bitch was Clark Gable Jr. or something. You know, he's still, yeah.
There you are.
There we go.
Yeah, D-Bolt was the old one.
He came over off the boat.
We think.
We think, yeah.
With any family or by himself?
Him and his brothers. Okay, now, according to what I've got from...
You got one of them books, ain't you?
No,
What book
You
would
ain't got a
that be?
book of the Eschenbrenners?
nope.
I got one.
Okay, but
You
what
do.
was told us and what we
I
think
sent for
and
it.
the way it
Modern
was
version.
was a little bit different. Now, D-Bolt was sick and supposedly older. And there was like 4 of them altogether or something.
Yeah, I don't know how many they were.
All right, they all went west. And
No,
they
there
left-
was one who lived in eastern Cincinnati.
Well, anyway, they left, at the time, they left D-Bolt in Cincinnati, and he was sick. They feared he was going to die. That's why they left him here. He told him to go on. All right. He got married and had a family. And they all got sick and died. Presto bingo. Wife, what, half a dozen kids or some shit. All right. D-Bolt then bummed around a while, and then he married again and had his second family.
Yeah, she was, great-grandma was a big woman.
Big woman.
I
Grossmatter.
can barely remember her.
Okay.
Okay.
There was, I forget how many boys. Jesus, God, there was Michael,
Seemed like
our grandfather.
I can
Yeah.
barely remember him. He was a lot smaller
Yeah, he
than
was
her.
a small man, yeah.
Okay.
Was he the oldest?
I don't know.
We don't know. Anyway, there was Michael, and there was George, and there was Uncle Bill, and how many?
That was his second family.
Second family. Now, I never knew about the first family, and the first family is buried at the Catholic cemetery at the bottom of Springdale Hill, where it goes out on 52.
St. Bernard's.
Oh, what the hell they call it.
Yeah.
Right at the bottom of the hill. It's where, well, up the hill.
Yeah.
Behind the church. That's where the first family's buried. Now, I never knew that until there was a question come up about it, and Luella Gabriel looked me square in the eye and said, well, didn't you know? Give me the dumb one. You know, anyway, I guess she thought it dumb in the hell too, but anyway. And, of course, Uncle George lived in Lehigh.
Yeah. Uncle George was married twice.
Yeah.
His first wife
Died.
died, and then he had a daughter, Henrietta. She was just damn near as old as the old man, I think.
Yeah, well, then Grossmutter raised her, the old lady, D-Bolt's wife.
Yeah. Her
But she got
grandmother-
papers up, drawed up papers that was her kid. Then when the second Mrs. George wanted to adopt a child after him and her and Uncle George got married, she wanted to adopt a child, and the old lady wouldn't give it up. Said, nobody got mine.
She wouldn't give her the kid, yeah.
Wouldn't give her the kid, it was Henrietta.
Yeah.
That's where Grandma and Grandpa and them all got in the goddamn ruckus
Yep.
somehow. But anyway, and then there was Granddad, and then the old man was the oldest, or Dad, then Uncle Ralph, I guess. And Granddad's married Krause, Mary Krause.
Mary Krause.
His grandma's maiden.
She was from White Oak.
White
He
Oak.
was from Peach Grove. They call Peach Grove over there. Okay. She was from White Oak. Okay. Now she had sisters, Annie Spade and Kate Offing, and she had brothers. Well, she had another sister, Teresa.
Yeah.
You remember? I don't know if you remember her or not.
Yeah, think
And-
the old bag.
and-
Yeah.
and she was never married.
Nope, skinny.
And
No.
then the man, John,
Yep.
Uncle John Krause was never married. Him and Teresa lived together.
He lived with a woman.
and his sister.
Oh, he lived with his sister.
Yeah, they lived together. See, always, because they didn't want to married. And then there was others. They was Krauses down.
Was Chris Krause?
No, that's a different. It's not close relation, if any relation. I don't know. They was Krauses down. One of them got killed one time. He got kicked by a horse. But I don't know who he was. Okay. Whether he was Grandma's brother, I think, and another one.
Well, who was
They
the
lived
one?
with Zion.
All right, who was the one down around Lawrenceburg that was a barber?
Okay, that was a nephew of Grandma's, and he had a brother, but I don't remember his name. They come to Grandma's funeral. Do you remember them?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, I do. Okay, Aunt Annie or somebody told me who they was. Okay. Is Louis Spade still living?
I got no idea.
You ought to go
I'm
see
ashamed
him.
to go see.
You ought to go see him sometime. He'd be getting pretty old. But anyhow, now Granddad had Uncle Will and Uncle George and Uncle Charlie. Is that all? Charlie was never married.
Right.
Okay, and then he had Luella Gable's mother. She was Dorsch,
Amelia.
Amelia Dorsch.
Amelia.
And Katie Kidd's mother was it Matilda? Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was one married a Miller in Indianapolis. You ever hear about him? No, you never heard about him. They talk about him once in a while. M. Miller. And I thought he married Mary. She was the oldest. You never heard of him. I figured you didn't. Okay, but I heard of him when I was little. But some of the talk, and I thought, that guy, I felt sorry for the lady. I thought, that guy must be in jail. Boy, he must be a bad one. Uncle George and Randy talk about him once in a while. Some of them, you know. I come to find out he run a ladies' high-class clothing store in Indianapolis. He wasn't somebody's living in jail. But he didn't work, see.
Yeah, oh, I see.
The rest of them guys didn't like him.
Yeah,
Didn't
if
like
he didn't
him.
work, he didn't work.
I never
Nothing to
saw her, and I never whether Helen Gable knows anything about her or not. Okay, I don't
do.
know.
Well, if she did, she might tell you, and she might not. That's another one.
Yeah, okay. Might think you hadn't ought to know. Now she's got a cousin, that Schraden girl. Where in the hell how does she fit in? By God, maybe she's my cousin too. I don't know. You remember Walter Schraden?
Yeah.
Well, he had a brother, Sharp.
They're all gone.
Well, don't add her, baby.
I'm just gonna look and see if I can find another one.
Well, you have to so long if you don't worry.
He's ready. She's not.
They're all gone, baby.
How's he feel about Con's hot dogs?
That's what I said too.
Yeah. You can't do that, Donna, because the chemicals. In people
Put a
food, you
towel
can't feed
over
it to a
Oh.
bird.
Did you ever get him any grasshoppers, Don?
Ain't no darn grasshopper out there.
Got some lightning bugs.
I think it takes something more like that. Florida chocolate. Being happy.
Oh, one of them dang palmetto bugs.
Palmetto bugs.
Man, we got some major cockroaches out in our mulch. Oh,
wow.
yeah, they're nasty. And there was two of them on my arm meeting one night. I walked in and in the light and I looked down and I went, get it off of me! Get it off of me! This sucker was like this long because there was two of them joined together.
Here, get over here.
Thank you.
You are going to edit that, right?
Get up there. Get up on your stick.
Yeah, that part about Sam, I got it.
Around anyway.
I know. Do you know why? Everybody's going to say, what the heck is all that tape on the ground? Sam will blame that on me. You know that.
Why?
No.
Because they wouldn't talk. I put the camera up, and there's your secret right there. In case anybody wants to look at the camera.
That's what we shut them up.
There we go.
We wondered if they ever had.
Oh, geez.
And then, you know, I never really thought about it.
That'd scare you to death, wouldn't it?
Talking, and you're specifically trying to get
Buddy, sit down.
Little John here,
Where's that?
See, Uncle Clayton.
I better sit down for a fall.
Uncle Clayton probably remembers what the name of the pig was that pooped out
What was that
outside.
pig that we had to make a different hole for him? What did we call that pig?
Was it Corky?
Trouble.
Trouble.
Trouble with the
No,
trouble.
that was mine in the house. This was one that was mixed and didn't have no behind. And his dad had to make one in the side.
And he pooped out the side. And he used to run down the driveway just squirting.
Oh, him.
Janet has such pleasant memories, doesn't she?
Get this on tape, by all means.
Why would you do it out the
Well, we
side?
told that thing
Why did they do
anymore.
it in the back?
He didn't have one. They had to make
He
him
didn't
one.
have intestines to go that far, I guess.
Come on, you got 85 feet in
You
there.
stretch it out or something.
They put a tube in.
She's busy.
Tracy.
Did you have a cracker?
Clayton had a camp male and female weeks. Yeah, it lived about 9 or 10 weeks before it died.
Who did? Who had it?
Alan Sleeman
A
He had a what?
calf.
had a calf. It was a male and female both.
Morphodite.
Oh,
Mick.
like that guy in the Philippines, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that non-pregnant
Yeah,
guy.
That fat guy, yeah.
Eat your cracker. Eat your cracker. Look at Uncle Bob and
Something on
laugh.
the outside.
Look at Uncle Bob and laugh.
Give it to Mick. Mick brought it home.
That's what I do when I see him too.
Tracy.
I didn't want to fool it. I brought it down and give it to Mom. It died after a while.
She carries her around.
She had real good cattle.
Don't choke on that cracker, Becky.
And real good registered cattle. She died.
Chicken hawk.
Mouthiest bird in the world.
Nice bird.
He knows it's time to go to bed yet.
He's hungry.
In the living room.
Tori will get it.
Thank you, Beck.
Oh, I bet.
She's looking at her.
Salt.
And she then she chews on it.
How are you gonna get that squirrel and bird?
I'm about to stick my finger in his jaw.
This Bill won't come through the cage and get you.
Yeah, he's getting that shit out there where
Kind of feel like I'm in the middle of an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
been an old summer kitchen or something. And it's partly plastered except where the bed had made it into drain or anything.
Yeah.
It was such a place you couldn't get anything in as far as I was concerned. And I could keep tools and stuff in there and mop it up. So like, you know, hope. And stick it down in there and starlings and sparrows. If I get a hold of them, I bring them next, you know.
I wouldn't bring a snake in and get out there and get it done. Nobody thought much of that.
Billy
You chop
Bob,
it up in
wouldn't it?
pieces and get it done.
I
I
chopped
have
it
a
up
bad
pieces.
enough
I
time just watching him eat the worm.
ran through the lawnmower. You ought to be glad nobody gave you that tub, because I am gonna put a throw out there.
You just want to get him whining right before I have to take him home, don't you?
He's in nasty figure.
Sorry, I was doing good there for a while, wasn't I?
Where's your nose, Becky? Where's your nose? Where's your nose?
Well, it cost $600.
She found her tonsil.
Sorry, neighbor's got it.
Ready? Want a sample?
Oh,
Yeah, but-
That's what I thought.
Why would she want to get
Your one goes and buys them $99 on sale ones.
And when they get up, she runs into the dump.
You can, they're sitting all over here, and you can grab one, just,
Yeah.
You got the bird shook up.
Is she saying
That's
that?
what kills you. What do they do to them?
She was really watching him a while ago.
Yeah, that's where she's
We had one we got at ranks.
Bird?
You
Sure
know,
sounded like it, didn't it?
for years. And I went and got another one.
She's holding on to her mom, but she's edging her way sideways over there.
But
Birdie?
Third time I started with.
Hold me long, kid.
Because I knew them people she didn't know. Rudy Reinhold was there. That bunch. They was
Who was he? Rudy?
bandits from Cincinnati, honestly. That's how I knew Buddy Ockrent.
Well, see, Grandpa was a prize fighter.
Yeah, that's where the Ockrent business come in. He was his family was referees for boxing and wrestling matches and that sort of thing.
They cut out and fold it.
And I don't know, that's like Reinhold. I don't know, he wasn't a Jew. I don't know what nationality he was. Some of his mom makes a city or something, I don't know what he was. He was sure
The
Jack,
back is in the way.
Use my shoulder.
you know, the whole goddamn bunch was really buddies. But I always thought it was strange Ida Mae never knew them people.
Well, you know, the family had an attitude. His family had an attitude about her anyway.
Well, I know that bad. She was a commoner.
Yeah.
Didn't like that much.
Okay.
They weren't the fanciest part of
Did you
Cincinnati.
see this one?
What was it at the time?
Down Coleraine Avenue, wasn't it?
No. What the hell was the name of the street?
Up on Clifton or something like that?
Yeah, he was there one
Well,
time.
he lived on Pullen,
Yeah, but
which is down off of.
yeah, but where his sisters lived he was there one time. His sisters, the fat ones,
Yeah.
little gals. What the hell was that?
Anna, and I forget what the other one's name was. They called her Sis.
Yeah,
Or Babe. Sis.
babe.
Had a sister named Babe. Yeah.
Couldn't hardly talk. It was broken, bad.
No. Jack talked a lot better English than any of them.
Than the rest of them.
How old was Jack when he married Ida Mae?
They had no idea.
Who the hell knows? She had been married before.
Well, he was what?
Well, what Strack woman was it? Or Sharp woman didn't?
All right.
John,
Is this the sharp recessive gene you're
let's
talking
talk-
about again?
Let's talk about, yeah.
She married to Harold Ashcraft's brother,
She was married to an Ashcraft, wasn't she?
blacksmith out
In
Sydney,
Indiana or someplace?
someplace.
Who was
Said
she?
he was a pretty
Grandma
nice
Betty?
guy. Did you know that?
Grandma Betty.
No, that.
She's gonna fork you now.
Well, how in the world do you know that? We knew the Ashcrafts.
yeah.
Oh, is
No,
that
now, wait a
right?
minute.
Worked with my shop.
She was married to an Ashcraft,
Yeah, his Harold's brother.
and I always figured when Jack died, she'd go back with an Ashcraft. But she didn't. She went with the other guy. I didn't understand that.
What was his name?
Maybe the
Ashcraft.
guy
Harold was
Harold.
worked
Dead
on
by
the
then.
shop. Harold was a
for
character.
Pete's sake. Maybe he was dead by then,
He was a
Dad.
character. His wife, first wife, was one of the McGuire
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 sisters.
sisters.
The singers.
Okay, and him and his father-in-law, what was his father-in-law's name? He worked at Armfield. Boy, he was a rough ass sucker. Him and Harold got in a fight in the courtroom. One threw the other through the
Well,
wall up
their
there.
mother was a
And Harold
preacher.
was kind of scared. He thought he was going to have to pay for that wall. So I don't know whether he threw the old man through the old man.
Well, their mother was a preacher.
Yeah, their mother was a
And when
person.
they went
Oh,
out on
boy.
singing, she disowned them.
Harold was a good guy, but he was a character.
sisters.
I'm telling you, he
Dead
was.
rough.
Yeah, I imagine he would have been a rough guy to get in a scrap with. He lived with his grandma in New Mine at one time. Come from New Mine up there. But he was a good guy. I'm telling you, he stole that cream. I told the 3rd Street behind the seat when he had the blacksmith shop. And all them guys knew it. They got down.
Now, I don't have a dog
Then he got
anymore.
on the floor
So
and
you
rolled.
can't smell a dog
But
on
they
it.
had
No.
I said, damn,
I
grandma
don't have my
knew
dog no more.
Said one didn't kill somebody, wheel come on and kill somebody. And iron wheels on
What you want?
it.
I can allowed to feed you. No. They said no.
But she, and so she was married to this Harold's
Brother.
Brother.
But they
What was
said,
his name?
I don't remember, he was a lot older than Harold. And they said, he was a blacksmith by trade.
Wasn't really.
They said he was really a nice guy. They said
They call him Red.
No, that's
That's
Harold. Maybe they did call him Red. He might have had red hair too, I don't know.
Yeah, he was. His nickname was Red.
For some reason, I
And that
think.
didn't last very long.
I don't know.
I had
never
no
knew.
idea how long it lasted. I only know it was.
I
Huh?
don't know.
Yeah.
And then, so then she got divorced and moved back here, and
I don't know where they lived when they was
I don't know that
married.
she ever lived wherever.
I don't know
Any
where
part
they
of
lived.
Cincinnati.
I
They
just,
were,
I
I
knew,
remember they lived in Indiana, or in
he's told me about his
Indianapolis.
brother, and, but I never knew his brother. I only knew Harold, see, and Harold was raised in Newmont, if I'm right, in Newmont. And, he was a character, I'm telling you. He drove, see, where'd he go in? And then we got up there, oh boy, I'm balling you guys. He went to General Electric.
Is he down in Kentucky?
No, he went down there. Then he got transferred down to Louisville. And he drove from Hamilton to Louisville.
Wow.
And he's dead now. Harold's dead now. He died, didn't he?
On the road.
That's
No,
what did it.
he had retired then. But he was a character. Harold was a character. But he's a good guy. Couldn't help but like him.
Well, and I don't know that I don't know where she met Grandpa Jack.
I don't either.
Was she running with Lucy Lanza then, downtown,
Could have been. That was.
and ran into him somewhere?
Could have been involved in that.
Maybe they just went to a fight that he was fighting in, I don't know.
Was he still fighting when they met?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because
Yeah, he fought clear up in that.
I was trying to think when
Early
he probably
40s.
quit.
In
Probably,
the early 40s he was still.
probably.
Well, how old was Dorothy when they were supposed to adopt him?
Probably,
8?
yeah. Her mother died when she was 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's probably 13. 12 or 13.
No, by God. Been in the 10th grade, you would have been, what, 16?
15 or 16.
15.
15 going on
That's what
16.
it was.
Was that how old she was?
Because they changed their name when they come from Hamilton School to Ross.
To Ross.
They lived on Smith Road.
What
Who
they,
took care of him before
that little house down there
I
in
didn't
front of
check
Welch's.
then.
Over
to
there.
stay with their dad, or?
Not for long. I think they shipped Mom to Kentucky. What they did with the boys, I don't know. But for a while, didn't Mom, about the time that her mom died.
Her
Probably.
mother was in Kentucky too.
Well,
They were
yeah.
both in Kentucky for a long time.
But it seems
Was they staying
like
with Aunt Ned or somebody?
probably your Aunt Ruth.
Grandma Heidi.
Most likely Aunt Ruth.
They were staying with Grandma Heidi. That's what Aunt Babe told me. That Grandma
In the
Heidi
260s.
took her mother down there to Kentucky.
Could have been.
That's what she told me.
That can't be right.
That's what she said.
You
Because
would
her
have
and
thought
Grandma Heidi had a big falling out because she took her down there
Well, she died long.
they brought her back up here for a doctor or something to see a doctor. I don't know exactly what the deal was.
Yeah, I know that.
That she took.
The thing of it is, you gotta be arrested in Ohio for so many days before you can be committed home again.
Was her mother crazy, or just nervous breakdown, or?
I got no idea. It's definitely a problem.
I'll take the not to switch gears here, but Tracy went up and spent the weekend, or the other night up at Houston Woods Lodge with her Girl Scout troop, and they were sitting around talking and just talking, and the one leader said, I don't even know how they got on the subject, but the one leader said, you know, she said, when I was growing up, she said, and not too long ago, she said, my dad always did tell a story about this big panther around Ross that nobody could forget. And Tracy dropped her sandwich, and she went, she looked, and she thought, And she didn't say a word. She just let it go.
Did she say anything about the panther?
They're from Hamilton. And they, you know, they didn't grow up around here or nothing. And I guess, well, Brenda's 34. She's a little bit younger than I am. And so, you know, that's a long time, but for like 40 years or some incredible long time. And Tracy said, oh, she just dropped her sandwich, and they said, is something wrong? She said, no, this salami's just not very good. But a tale of a big panther around Ross that
Since
nobody could catch.
1957.
I remember when you guys used to go hunting it.
You ever sat and watched her and see it? You only got to see it with Glenn Turner.
Are you happy?
He didn't want to see it.
Where did you see it at?
Drinking out of the water trough down there by the barn.
Oh, is that right?
He got down eating supper one night, sitting out in front of the house, and somebody's there talking to the old lady. Glenn had to pee, I guess, so instead of going to the house, he went out around the barn. There when they had that water trough behind the barn, he was standing up getting a drink out of the water trough. The old man didn't have to pee when he went back around the barn.
He tried to yell at her.
So what, but could it still be alive?
Now?
There is no such thing as a panther in Butler County, okay? But a very good friend of yours has got the only permit in the state of Ohio to hunt and kill a panther.
But there isn't none in Ohio. So why does he need a license?
But he's got the license and everything to kill it.
Good.
Has had for 16 or 17 years now. Art Herman donates part of the pigs, and who else is out there donates the pigs? He really kills.
To try to trap it?
Well, you can't tell it because if people knew it, they'd be
Well, who could,
the panic.
could it still be alive?
Oh, yeah, it is alive. What do you think that the bleeding hearts would do? You know how you get it to come after a pig? Take a big knife and cut him open. But you don't kill him.
So you'll squeal and carry on.
Well, also,
Bleeding and smell. Well, if anybody was going to have a permit, it would be down. If I figured anybody could do it.
If anybody knew what they was, they could see the damn traps up there on Art Herman's place. Dead people and bleed connects in there.
Are you talking about out in the Shannon, Oceana area?
Yeah, dear.
Anybody that sees them ain't got no sense. They don't know what they are.
Doesn't Art Herman live on Chapel?
Yeah, right.
That runs parallel to Bell?
Yeah. Okay. The traps that Louie's got for that thing you set with 2 come-alongs. Takes 4 men to set them.
With 2 come-alongs?
And they're 4 foot across, yeah. Just like a regular jump trap, only 4 foot across. Weigh about 400 pounds. They got wheels on there. Wheels, they take wheels off.
I don't understand a jump trap.
It's just like a steel trap. You catch a groundhog in.
A leg trap.
Well, it's 4 foot across.
How high does it come up when it comes up?
Did you ever see anybody in
Well,
water
you
breach or something with kids?
You don't want to catch me pigs or man.
Oh, no. And wherever one of them is, you look out in them fields when it's wintertime, okay? And there's like square railroad ties setting 10 foot high. It'd be like one in each corner and one in the middle. And the thing's only like 12 foot square. And they put a pig in there, they got a fence around it. 12 foot high. You put the traps in there. And the pig is in a certain part of it. He can't get out in all of it. But he's in a certain part of it. You put the pig in there, and then they take a knife and whack him down across one side so he bleeds. Let him in there till he dies, and you bury the pig and get another pig.
How often do they do this?
About every 2 weeks.
But they've
never caught it. I don't think that's a real successful way.
Yeah, I think I'd try something else.
Well, you can do
A
that
small
thing every
child.
5 feet.
Yeah.
As it gets older, it may arrive at that season.
Because of it being harder for it to catch in.
That's right. People
Well, as long as Herman and Connect's got pigs, it lives on pigs.
Yeah. Their pigs disappear.
It goes good. When it grabs on their blood, you know what?
No, it's a mess, yeah.
It's Watson, it's out guilty.
Well, that's, how would it have gotten here? Somebody,
No idea.
someone's pet, maybe?
They claim it was here. It was officially here when the Hamilton County Mounted Patrol was under, when 57, when 58, down in these bogs.
Yeah.
See it run amok. It got down here and got people
Maybe they had a surface or something.
where everybody could see it.
Yeah.
Well, once it worked its way up in there, nobody
There's
would see
enough
it then.
backwoods